Hey guys, it's Jen with Card Zen by Jen. Thank you so much for joining me for another Manic Monday 5-minute card. We are going to keep this one rather simple today, and I'm going to show you a technique. You can use this technique with any stamp set that you have. But for right now, I am so excited that I got my hands on the Trucking Along stamp set. This is an online exclusive with Stampin Up. You will not find this in the catalog. My understanding is that this started for sale on July 6th. I happened to be off work that day and I got my hands on it because I was able to get it as soon as it went live, but it sold out really quick. My understanding is that it is available again. And I also got my hands on the punch that goes with this. Let me show you that punch here in case you are interested. So this is the punch that goes so that you can make that little truck in pieces if you would like. The punch is currently not available until mid-October because it did sell out. But my understanding is that the stamp set, you can get the stamp set without the punch, and that is still available. This is great for Christmas. I can't wait to do a bunch of these little red trucks for Christmas. But for today, we're going to be doing something a little more summery, fall-ish. And we're going to be using the truck and the flowers. And we're going to be using the Sending You Sunny Thoughts. There are 26 stamps in this stamp set. And the reason for that is that it involves a lot of two-step stamping. Say that 10 times fast. Two-step stamping, and what that means is that you will stamp your outline and then you can also stamp the inside color. So for the tree, stamp the outline, then you can also stamp the green leaves with the other stamp. So you have multiples for each image, so to speak. So let's get started. We are also going to be using the layering circles. If you do not have layering circles and you have any other dies that would nest together to create a frame, you can grab those. For today, I am grabbing the largest scallop, and then I am grabbing the second to largest smooth circle. And that's what I'm going to use to make my frame for today. I'll set the rest of those aside. We are only using 2 colors of paper today. We are using the basic white, and we are using blueberry bushel. I love this blueberry bushel color. It is so pretty. So let's bring in our stamps or our trimmer. I'm having some back issues today, so I'm feeling totally discombobulated. I apologize. So I'm going to take my blueberry bushel, and this is going to be my card base. So we're just going to cut this to 5.5 by 8.5. And then we are going to take my other piece of this, and I'm going to cut it to a width of 3.5. The reason for that is that I am using my mini embossing machine, and it has a 3.5-inch width to it. So we can set that piece aside for something else. For our basic white, I need a piece that is 4 3/4 by 3.5. So I'm going to start with this 4 3/4, and then 3.5. I cannot believe it's Monday again. It just keeps coming faster and faster every week, I swear. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to set that aside. Let's bring in our embossing machine. So this is my mini embossing machine. I absolutely love this machine. So I can just quickly move it over onto my workstation. So these are the two, the scallop die and the smooth circle die. And what I'm going to do is I'm nesting them together. So let me put down my blueberry bushel paper. You are going to want, you don't have to, but it does come in handy, a piece of washi tape. Once you have that nested together, and they are, they are about Make sure that you have it like an even edge on all sides so that it's just right in the center. Try to get that there. There we go. Put your washi tape down. And then we're going to run it through. There we go. I'll hold this. I'm going to try not to jiggle this so much. I apologize. It's going to jiggle a little. There we go. All right. And that is all that we are doing with our embossing machine. So we can set that aside. There you go. So there is the frame that we are going to use. Put the rest of this aside. So now for our stamping. The Trucking Along uses photopolymer dies. These are the clear die, or the clear stamp set. These are the clear ones. So you want to use a piece of your Stampin' Pierce mat so that you can get a nice, good image for that. Again, they're the clear ones. So we're gonna bring in our basic white piece. Let me grab my block here. And for inks today, we are using the Tuxedo Black. We're going to use Real Red, Crushed Curry, and Garden Green. So we are going to start with our outline of our truck first. So we'll grab the outline, and put that on our block. And we're going to go right about here. There we go. Now let's bring in, close that up. Again, I am notorious for getting ink all over the place. So I'm going to sit to try to do this. I'm going to grab the, oops, sorry, that was my outline of the truck. Let's grab the inside. Again, two-step stamping. So we are going to do the truck red. You can also just color your truck red with your Stampin' Blends if you would like. You get just as good of a result. Get a little bit more ink on that one. Try not to get my head in here, but I have a feeling I will. There we go. Close enough. Wipe that off. If you don't get a really good image and you want to get it darker, you can always go back over it again, or you can if you're using a Stamparatus is really the best way to do that, so that you can make sure that you get it right on, and you don't kind of duplicate the image at all. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our Garden Green and let's pull, let me see if I can find the image here. The flowers. The image of the flowers, we are going to grab those. Let me grab my small block. I'm going to do those in Garden Green, and those are going to be right in the back of the truck. So try to get them right there. Perfect. All right, so let's wipe that off. And then we are going to grab, should put that away. Some of these stamps are very tiny, so you'll want to make sure that you get them put away. You will lose them. I will lose them. You may not. So we are going to grab the flowers, which are the inside piece, and we're going to put that in our crushed curry, and then do the truck. Let me see if I can stand up to do this so that I'm not putting my head right in your view. There we go. There's our flowers. Now the other thing that we are going to do is I am going to take this Sending You Sunny Thoughts. I think I want to stamp that in the real red. Let's see what other stamping I'm going to do on this. Pick this up. I'm going to stamp that in red. And I'm going to do that at the very bottom. Sending You Sunny Thoughts. There you go. And I think just one more stamp. I think we're going to do the wheels. Let's pull the wheels. So we're going to pull the wheels. And we're going to do those in Memento Black. Tuxedo Black Memento. Make sure that you get the wheels going the right direction. And line that up. And there's our wheels. Now, the only other thing, let me put my inks away real quick here. The only other thing that we are going to do is we are going to color in. Actually, you know what would be really cute? There is a little stamp here that is Farm Fresh. Let's do this. Feeling adventurous today. It might be all the ibuprofen kicking in from my pack, but feeling adventurous today. So this little black Farm Fresh, let's put that right on the side of the truck, right there. Ha! Did it. All right, just thought it would be cute. All right, let's put our inks away before I make a mess. I'm really good at making messes. All right, and then let's pull in, we are gonna pull in my Granny Apple and Pecan Pie Stampin' Blends. I just wanna do the leaves. So I just wanna do these leaves a little bit. And I'm going to turn these flowers into sunflowers because we are going to be approaching the, let's do the light pecan pie. We're approaching the fall here soon, and I thought that would be cute. There you go, little sunflowers. And put those aside. And we're going to bring in, we are done with our Stampin' Mat, so let's get rid of that. Let's bring in our card base, fold that over. And then we are going to bring in, remember that? I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue. And again, you can use this technique with whatever nesting dies that you have that will create a little frame. There we go. That'll create a little frame. You can use whatever stamp set that you have. You can put flowers in here, whatever image you have. And then I am just going to stick this up with going to pop this up with some dimensionals. Again, don't judge me. I throw my dimensional backings on my carpet and then I come in and I vacuum them up every once in a while, but it makes me feel like I got a lot done. All right, there you go. There's our card for today. Super simple, super quick. You can make a lot of these really fast. I hope you had a good time, and I would love to see whatever cards you decide to make with this technique. Happy stamping. See you next week.